It's really impressive, Arnold, that you started reading those kinds of books.
What kind of books is that?
Thick books. You never lived with a guy before who read thick books. Some of them had trouble reading the washing instructions on their underwear. There was this guy, Franco, used to send his laundry out.
Well, lots of people send their laundry out.
For reading? He was too proud to let me read it for him. Big macho thing. He said it was unthinkable for his Latino image to be dependent on some blonde bimbo for reading his shorts. This was a guy with firm ideas about who should read his shorts. You can open your mail?
You know the trouble with big, thick books?
What's that, sweetie?
Big, thick words.
You having trouble with some words?
Oh, I was doing fine, really going great, and then wallop.
Well, wallop's not such a big, thick word.
I know what wallop is. The word that threw me was ontological.
Yeah, that sounds like one that could throw you.
Yeah.
You could look it up.
I did look it up. That's when things really got complicated. But I'm going to persevere. I'm just getting the hang of this deep stuff.
Arnold, are you still going to want me when you're really brilliant and I'm only...
Go on.
Average?
You got a lot going for you, Lulu.
Oh, I'm pretty instinctive, but people don't realize how hard I had to study to get this way.
Yeah. I'll always want you.
Arnold, why don't you open your mail?
Because I know what's in it.
You know what's in it? Wow, that's uncanny, sweetie.
Not really. I've had one every day this week. It's another whinging letter from Newton.
Newton, our Newton, who works downstairs.
That's the one.
He's writing you letters?
Only when he panics.
Well, what kind of panic?
Read it.
Give up this Clairvoyant. Crap. And sell some cars. Please, I have a new wife to keep. Situation critical. Please sell some cars.
You see? Panic.
Boy, not so hard, you'll wear it out. You used to make love in the same heavy-handed manner. The first thing that came to hand, pounding it absent-mindedly into a condition of high gloss.
I never intended to hurt you. It's just that I used to use the time trying to memorise recipes.
Never improved your cooking, though, did it? Oh, go easy on the paintwork. It's been here too long to take that kind of punishment. When's he going to sell this car? When's he going to sell any car?
You look more desperate every morning, Newton. Really suits you having a new young wife. Your father looked better than you do when we buried him.
Japanese, isn't it?
Yep.
You know how they get people to buy things, don't you? They stick little bamboo needles down your finger, babe.
That is racial prejudice.
That's the Japanese school of salesmanship, mate. That's what that is.
You ought to be locked up.
Oh, they tried. Chased me halfway through Burma. Had to chase them all the way back again.
The war is over, you know.
You think so? You wait till you take this thing in with a complaint.
Look, I'm very pleased with the car.
Are you, mate? I should keep on repeating that. Who knows? Honda might have a sniper up every tree. Look out!
Don't tell me. Don't say anything. You've got a daughter. She's been ill, but don't worry. She'll get better.
Haven't got a daughter?
Son with long hair?
No, nothing.
It's someone close. Who have you got?
I've got a budgie.
Has it been ill?
Touch of red mite.
Aha. I knew it was something.
You said it was my daughter.
Oh, well, if you're going to split hairs.
That's about the worst exhibition of paranormal powers I've ever seen.
Well, it just started. No?
Shows.
Oh, well, you can scoff if you like. But I'm getting so I can pick up hints and clues about people.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes, simply from something they've been in contact with, I can build up this picture of what they've been doing.
What's wrong?
You'd wonder how they have the nerve in broad daylight.
You're my agent, Myron. Find me some work. What do you mean I'm awkward to place? Because I won't take my clothes off, that's awkward to place? I wouldn't care, Myron, but you're not even in showbiz. You're just an employment agency with a casting couch. I know you handle a few showbiz clients. I've seen the bruises. But you're not laying a finger on me. I'm a nearly married lady. Dawn.
She's been munching again.
It's that Vernie Smales. He neglects her. Every time he neglects her, she starts eating. Where'd you find those?
In the Fiat, in the Vauxhall, in the Victor, in the Ford.
I had a girlfriend like that once. Only with her, it was potato chips and Thousand Island dressing. She'd keep me awake the whole night, eating through the whole 1,000.
Always some lousy man.
You don't mean that. You must have liked him once. You married him.
Divorcing him was much more of a sensuous thrill. By the time he'd left me for that teenage octopus with the fatal suckers, I'd had the best years of his hairpiece. Look at him, shattered. She has him up half the night in discos.
I once took Arnold to a disco. He said he felt like a pedestrian by night on a busy motorway. We live kind of quiet these days. It's nice. Good men are hard to find.
And you know why? Because they sneaked off somewhere with another woman.
You've got too much makeup on.
None of your damn business.
It is still my business. How do you think I feel? My ex-wife walking around like she's auditioning for the horizontal spot on Dynasty.
Oh! Don't duck when I'm trying to kill you.
Carmen, will you stop all this spending on clothes and hairstyles?
I'm beginning to like it.
Well, I think it's disgusting, a woman of your age looking attractive.
Oh.
In fact, here's my alimony. You're plastering all over your body.
Just keep it coming.
Carmen, I thought you'd invest it somewhere. Build yourself a nice little nest egg.
What for?
Have you no thought for the future? Suppose I come back to you in my old age. What are we going to live on, eh?
Newton?
But I came through somehow.
You get filthy. I came to see how you are.
I'm filthy.
Maybe you should pretty yourself up a bit. You know, like change your oil or something.
Use. He's forgotten me.
He hasn't forgotten you. He sent you a note.
Yeah, do you know what it said? Dear Dawn, I need new brake linings. Yours ever, Vernie.
Yours ever. That's pretty nice. That's encouraging. Seems to me you got a guy there who's going to stick around.
Oh, great. I get to see him every time he needs new brake linings. What about love, Lily? Why doesn't he ever come to me for love? I mean, he used to, in the early days. When I was thinner, he used to make love all the time.
All the time?
All the time.
Wow. No wonder he needs new brake linings.
He used to be so considerate.
Bernie Smales?
Yeah. Before he was my employer, when he was just my...
Bad luck.
Mr. Wonderful. He was so honest, so straight down the middle.
Bernie Smales?
Yeah. Oh, I know some people think he's crooked and shifty.
Some people, all people.
With me, it was different. With me, he was up front, out in the open.
Did he ever tell you he was married?
I'm not saying he told me everything all at once.
Don't.
He could have slipped his mind. It's not as if it was his first marriage.
Sitting in them things all day? You know what's going to happen to the human race, don't you? Its legs are going to disappear. Probably have to wear shoes on our buttocks. Have to rethink trousers. Now, you should take up cycling. Builds up your calf muscle.
What's to see?
Arnold. Didn't you see Arnold?
Sure, I saw Arnold. I just waved to him.
But didn't you see what he was doing?
He was waving back.
What he was doing before, that which he is still doing now.
So he's talking to some guy.
A customer. That guy was just browsing. Arnold went out there and nailed him. Look at him, talking away there. I think he's going to sell a car.
Sold cars before?
Not so many since his accident.
What's wrong with my Arnold since his accident?
He is not such a hot-shot car salesman, is he?
He's an altogether much more responsible human being.
Responsible for us not selling half so many cars.
And not only that, he's now clairvoyant.
Do you think he really is?
Of course he is. Would he tell an untruth?
He's no business not telling an untruth. No wonder we don't sell any cars.
I must ask you to kindly remember that a person so recently struck with clairvoyance is bound to have a variety of things on his mind.
Variety?
Back home, we call it vaudeville. A vaudeville of things on his mind. For Arnold's sake, I endeavor to speak nice. Sometimes, to tell the truth, I get confused.
What kind of things does he have on his mind?
Now he thinks about life's larger problems. This much I know, on account of having to say to my Arnold, "Sweetie, what took you so long in the bathroom?" "I was thinking," he said, "about life's larger problems." Which I think is nice. And which for me is a first, to have some guy who uses the bathroom philosophically and not just as a place to dump his dirty shorts.
He's no business looking at life's larger problems. I haven't got time to look at life's larger problems.
I've seen him in the bathroom. Life's little problems spring much more readily to mind.
Arnold was always a sweetie. Now, since his accident, he's become intellectual.
Arnold?
Yes, Arnold.
Intellectual?
He started reading books.
What sort of books?
Thick books. What sort do you think?
He should be selling cars.
Stop panicking.
Sharon needs something new.
Tell her to try housework for a start.
The place is clean.
Oh, you do your best, Newton. But you were always a muffin round the house.
It's wild. They'd never believe it back at Goose Harbor High. Little old me, Lily Wang, related by nearly marriage to a guy who reads thick books.
Do you think you could get him a copy of How to Sell Cars?
He knows selling cars. He's out there right now selling cars. look like he can't sell cars. Hi, Burma.
Copper shufti at this.
What's he want? What's he want? I get confused when he speaks Burmese.
I think he wants you to have a look at his tin.
Really? His tin? Just look at his tin?
It's diabolical.
I can do that. I can look at his tin. Okay, let's get this show on the road. Let me see the tin. I like it. It's a really neat tin.
Me sarnies. Look at me sarnies.
His sandwiches. He wants you to have a look at his sandwiches.
I'm really getting sucked in here. First it's the tin, now he's showing me his sandwiches.
What are they? Go on, tell him. What are they?
I'd say sandwiches.
What kind of sandwiches?
You see how complicated things become?
Look, lift up the bread. Tell them what's inside.
Not every day a girl gets invited to peek in a person's sandwich. It looks like cheese.
That's it. Flaming flipping cheese. I keep telling her, no flaming flipping cheese. I didn't fight my way all the way through Burma to live on flaming flipping cheese. I'm a meat man. I'm a carnivore.
He's getting past it. He really is getting past it.
Why don't we go over and listen to how Arnold's selling that car?
We just can't walk up and spectate. We might interrupt something. Suppose he's on the point of clinching the deal. What we've got to do is look as though we're working in the background. That way, we move closer, gradually.
Can you hear him? Has he sold it yet?
I can't hear him.
Or maybe he's doing what they call the soft sound.
So, what do you think? Yes or no?
Don't know.
Ah, you must know. You must have made up your mind by now.
There's no must about it. You've got to think about these things.
Well, what about instinct? Why don't you listen to your instinct?
Instinct, that's for dumb animals.
Don't you sometimes think that we're the dumbest?
You speak for yourself.
Well, it's an opinion that's got a great support in the motor trade.
We'll be given a brain. We've got to use reason.
Oh, come on, stop wriggling. Yes or no?
Now, don't rush me.
Rush him! Rush him!
All I'm asking for is a straight answer, yes or no. Do you believe in a personal afterlife or don't you?
This is getting very heavy. I only came in to look at your cars.
Never mind about the cars. Let's get down to some philosophical nitty-gritty.
Never mind the cars. That's what he said. You heard him. What kind of disgusting language is that for a car salesman?
I think it's nice he has a wider range of interests.
Nice.
I bet a person can count on the fingers of one hand the used car lots a person can go to for a stimulating discussion on philosophy and stuff like that. Once word gets out, it could be the persons will flock here to have their minds stimulated. They get too old for Oxford, Cambridge, there'll always be miracle motors.
Not at this rate.
Do you think he really is clairvoyant?
As sure as I stand here before you, honestly, with my hair only slightly color-assisted to bring out its natural highlights. This very morning, I swear, my Arnold knew what was in his mail before he opened it. On numerous occasions, he's known what I was talking about before I even knew myself.
You want to know the future? I'll tell you the future. We're all going broke.
Do you think he'd know if romance was going to come into my life?
He'd know.
Could you ask him for me?
Well, I guess I could. I could say something like, is romance going to come into Carmen's life?
Right. Oh, I can't wait. Is romance going to come into Carmen's life?
The moment it does, your alimony stops.
Hi, honey.
Don't forget to ask him.
Well,
Well, what?
how did it go out there?
Oh, it went great. I really got him going. We had a very satisfying exchange of ideas.
What about part exchange?
And he's gone home with a lot to think about.
Did he go home with a car?
He's got a car. Yeah.
Did you sell him one of ours? Because that's what he came in for.
He never said. I've never seen Newton so upset.
I guess he's not into philosophy, stuff like that.
I've rarely seen Newton awake, never mind upset.
His new wife must be very tiring. Carmen says she looks tiring. Carmen sure seems tired of her.
What's in the oven?
It's a surprise.
For me? Or you?
Oh, I know that's for you. Carmen says when she was married to Newton, he used to sleep a lot at home, too.
At home, I don't mind. It's when he sleeps at work.
Especially on Tuesdays.
Newton sleeps especially on Tuesdays.
Carmen says
Well, why Tuesdays?
it was their love night.
Newton used to sleep on a love night.
Carmen says, and what's worse, it was months before she noticed. Listen, stuff like when you're baking, is it supposed to change color?
Well, it usually turns brown.
Oh, brown, right. I got brown.
I don't think Newton's happy. There has to be something eating away at Newton if he can't sleep at work. I think it's me. I've seen it happen before. You become a power source intellectually and people start to avoid you.
I think he just wants to know if you're going to sell a car.
Well, why didn't he ask? All he has to do is ask. I'm clairvoyant. I should be able to tell him when we're going to sell a car.
You really do that?
Well, I don't see why not.
That's uncanny, sweetie. Can you see who's going to buy it? If you could see who's going to buy it, we can nip round and surprise him. Is that better? You getting something now? Maybe you should face Jerusalem or Mecca or something. Or if it's cars, maybe Detroit. What did you see?
Just a red fuzz.
You saw the KGB?
It's just a haze. A sort of fog obliterating everything. Certainly sounds like the KGB. You know what I need? A crystal ball.
Do we have a crystal ball?
What sort of house are you running here? No crystal ball? Well, let's try China.
China? Oh, Arnold, there must be one nearer than that.
China as in porcelain, that sort of China.
The antique ornamental fruit bowl.
How long have we had an antique ornamental fruit bowl?
Honey, I told you I found it in the old wardrobe.
This is the antique ornamental fruit bowl.
Will it do?
Well, we can give it a whirl.
What can you see? What can you see?
It might surprise you. My partner.
That Bernie Smales.
There's going to be trouble. I told you there was going to be trouble.
That's uncanny, sweetie.
You should speak to him, Mr. Bristow. He's your partner. He's no business going round goosing the cleaning staff when he's got a girlfriend on the premises.
Well, you goose you on the premises?
Almost. On the boundary of the premises.
Didn't I warn you about making yourself available to men?
Available? Don't you call me available.
You wear all that makeup.
He doesn't goose you where you wear the makeup.
Did he say anything?
He left this note for you. And if he has to deliver by car, I wish it wouldn't be halfway up my trouser leg.
Is it him? Is that my Mr. Smales? Come for me. How's my hair look? Don't tell me. I know how my hair looks. Ask him if I've time to slip into something without steel toe caps.
Maybe it was an oversight or something. I guess he had to go see to his other companies. To tell you the plain, unvarnished truth, honey, I can't tell her. Somebody tell her.
He's gone.
That's right. Break it gently.
Oh.
Did he leave any message? Nothing.
Oh.
Not even 2 words?
Yes, he left 2 words. You're fired.
Yes.
Unless you sell more cars.
I knew it. I knew it. She's killing me with alimony. I've got a new wife to keep, and my love life is deeply unsatisfied.
Oh, it'll get better once you and your new wife start sleeping in the same room.
Why won't she let you in her room?
She's having it redecorated. Do you mind? She wants it to be a surprise.
That sounds like it might have been a surprise.
I don't mind, really. It leaves me more time to spend weight training. I'm going to be a bodybuilder.
You think you could build one for me?
I know, Bristow. You just stay cuddly. He looks much better on my cooking than I've any right to expect.
I'm not planning to marry you for your cooking.
Is it because I speak nice and do my best elocution-wise not to shaft you verbally?
You're not even close.
Did you ask him? You know, is romance gonna...
Oh, yeah, right. Honey, could you do your clairvoyant thing for Carmen? She wants to know if romance is gonna come into her life.
As well as redundancy.
You said you could do it.
Well, I suppose I could if the atmosphere's right.
You want the fruit bowl, the antique fruit bowl?
Not for romance, no, thank you very much.
Oh. Excuse me.
It takes a little time.
Could you repeat the question?
Is romance going to come into Carmen's life? And will it end in alimony?
I see.
Yes, yeah.
This fella,
I knew it'd be a fella.
this tall fella,
I like it.
dark, charming, continental looking, piercing eyes.
Where is he?
He's looking in the window.
I know what you were doing. Never said a word about the car. Didn't want to talk about the car, talk about anything but the car. You got it reserved, haven't you? You're keeping it for someone. Fella comes in with money in his pocket and he doesn't want to know.
When I was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. Que sera, sera. Hey, have you noticed how I sing better when we sell a car? Que